and Europeans themselves approach it. And like the standpoint that a Eurocentric approaches the history of philosophy is that these are great people, these are great heroes, these are cultural symbols of European whatever superiority kind of thing, right? And so if one adopts that perspective, then it's like, oh well, Hegel can do no wrong because he's the great Hegel, and anybody's trying to just bash him because he was a product of his times, blah, blah blah, right? And then you have the other side, which is like, let's destroy this fucker, right? Like, of like trying to bash the cultural icon, right? Right. And so and what Nkrumah recommends is, he says like, what we should do is we should situate these people in their own histories and see what decisions they made based on the political battles of the time and where they fit into that. And then, you can figure out how you can situate yourself into your own times. That's if you're not doing this for the standpoint of like waging a war about culture and these figures as cultural icons. So let me just start by saying that Hegel's philosophy is incredibly Eurocentric, especially his philosophy of history. And it's weird. I was talking to some people about this the other day. There used to be this conventional advice. It's like, oh, you want to read Hegel? Start with his philosophy of history. I'm like, why are you recommending like the most fucking racist? Like it's like Hegel at his worst, Like, why would you recommend this to people? Like, are you like? And it's like, not like they're trying to turn these people off from Hegel. Like, you're just trying to make all Hegelians into a bunch of racists then? Or is that like the plan here? Or like, there's some stuff, and it's not like the whole book is just, full, there are parts of the book that are not just like connected to this, but it's like, it's very strange because the book is a very Eurocentric version of history. Yeah, so I don't know why people recommend that as the starting point. Generally speaking, Hegel views history with a presupposition, which is that history is the unfolding of freedom. He understands freedom dialectically, meaning that he's not just saying like, okay, are you this much free or that much free, or like, like what's the level of freedom, but he wants to locate where the freedom is in each society. And so the way he sees it is that it goes from one man is free, some men are free, and all men are free, which he associates with three different cultures: Asiatic, Greek, and finally European, or at least he would hope European, because right, he's still living under a monarchy and things like that. But so there is a conceptual movement here that he sees as unfolding from east to west, beginning with like Oriental despotism and then Greek democracy, which is, of course, right, this gets roped into this European narrative, which, even Hegel recognizes this was not freedom for everyone. It was freedom for a group of people. So it wasn't a true democracy because there was slavery and all these things.